In this video, we'll talk about the security levels button in the Corporate Control Center. To access it, you'll go to Site Setup, Security Levels, choose the location that we're editing, and click Next. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see Security Level. The different choices represent a different way to classify individuals within your company. Owner typically represents the owner of the company. The administrative choice is the same as owner in respect that anyone given that label can do anything in the program. Auditor, area manager, site manager, and so on don't necessarily have to be the job title of the given person. It's just another way to classify someone. So I could have an administrator that can do everything, site manager who's actually the manager at my site, and then if I give someone the classification of user, that doesn't really mean anything in terms of what they do. It's just that you have different ways to define different people. So a user could have different classifications than site manager. You put those classifications onto an employee when you create it in the employee screen. So when we go to the employee screen and we add someone, the security level is here. So if I add someone and give them the site manager access, the levels from site manager are created from the security level screen. So if I choose owner or administrator, I can't do anything in terms of changing it because it's all grayed out. We can do everything. Everything is checked. If I choose site manager, we have check marked some items, other items are not checked based on SiteLink's definition of a site manager, but you ultimately choose what represents a site manager for your site. From operations, adjustments, company, and reports, this is laying out what the program looks like. If I have move-in checked, that means that a person can do a move-in. If I uncheck move-in, they cannot. And that's the same premise for all of these items in terms of whether or not they can get into certain screens. One typical question people ask is, what should we allow people to do or not do? I certainly would say after you have created the setup, I would uncheck the setup options and not allow people that shouldn't have access to the setup screen to come in here, because if you allow people to go into the setup screen and they change different options, then they can circumvent the time and hard work that you put into creating what your rules and setup are. If we go to reports, check or uncheck what reports they can be used. The other tab is not based on a certain screen that they can get in, it's based on different actions. All of these items are choices. It's not that you should use one or the other. It's always up to you what you check or uncheck. A couple of things that I would recommend. One, unchecking allow backdating move-outs and insurance policy cancellations, because when you backdate move-outs, that can change historical reporting. Some people do allow backdating move-outs, but recognize if you do that, if you print out reports in a previous month and then backdate someone's move-out in a future month, then your historical months will change. Another one is to allow paying refunds. If you don't allow refunds, uncheck it. Take a look at all of the different items and check or uncheck as you see fit, and then click OK to save.